Alright guys, Keviced3 here. I'm here on the 22nd of August 2015. Filming this over, well, it's just almost 2 in the morning, but I'm deciding to go through the NXT Takeover Brooklyn pay-per-view and doing my predictions. Probably the first ever pay-per-view that I will be doing my predictions for, and actually for NXT event. This will be on tonight, the day before SummerSlam, which I will also be doing a predictions video for. And I got the card here, 10 matches that we'll be seeing at this event. The biggest pay-per-view of the year, I would say. A lot of great matches here, a lot of surprises, and yeah, for some reason, according to Wikipedia, we got 10 matches in total, 6 matches, the NXT Takeover Brooklyn card, and then they got 4 matches on, which is just called the NXT card, like what the hell. But we're going to get through these, so I'm going to start with just the usual matches that weren't really announced, but they're going to be on the card anyway. So first of all, I'm going to go through the 8-man tag team match with Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy, Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley versus Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. I haven't really been paying attention to these guys. The only tag team here I can say I've been paying a lot of attention to is Enzo and Colin Cassidy. I have seen one match from Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley, and then the rest was just live events. I've seen a match with Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, probably a pretty impressive team. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, I have no cares for. This is something else, but I really don't have anything to say about this. I mean, like Enzo and Colin Cassidy having a break from the tag team championship division. And yeah, I think Jason Jordan and Chad Gable probably have some potential. Probably in the next couple of weeks or so, they're going to be in the tag team picture. That's what I think. So the rest I just have no cares for. Those are the only two teams that I seem to enjoy watching. When it all comes down to it, I think Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, pretty impressive. No cares for Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. I do actually want to kind of say that I'm picking Enzo Amore, Colin Cassidy, Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley for the win. No reason for that, it's just, well, that's just who I think will win at the event. Then next we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Now I have no idea why we have this match. This is a fatal 4-way match, by the way. So we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Dana Brooke versus Emma. Well, I wasn't really expecting this to be a fatal 4-way with 2 members of PCB going at it. Dana Brooke and Emma, just literally no cares for. I know Emma's turned heel now with a new attitude. Dana Brooke haven't really been paying attention for. So really hard to say because I do enjoy Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Do kind of want to go for either Charlotte or Becky Lynch for the win. So for the most part, I'm just going to pick either one of those two. From the top of my head, I'm just going to basically pick Charlotte, just for the sake of it. I wouldn't mind Becky Lynch wins the match. I have no cares for Emma or Dana Brooke to win this. So yeah, I would have expected this to be a tag team match, in my opinion, but no, we're going to get this instead, fatal 4-way. So I'm just picking Charlotte for the win. If she doesn't win, then I wouldn't mind seeing Becky Lynch win this match. And next we've got Bull Dempsey versus Elias Sampson. I'm just going to basically put it out there. I'm just going to say Bull Dempsey for the win. I really can't remember any of Elias Sampson's matches. Bull Dempsey is okay in the ring, quite some good performance there, but I'm just going to pick Bull Dempsey. Another one, we've got Eva Marie, who's basically just, finished training with the Brian Kendrick, and she has improved a bit. I say she's okay with just some basic maneuvers. But she would go one-on-one with Carmella. I'm just kind of want to say this would just probably be a match just like someone to calm, for the fans to calm down so they can actually get to the actual event itself. I'm just going to put it out there and say either Marie winning, probably with a roll-up or some sort. So, yeah. Now we're going to get to the official Takeover Brooklyn card now. We're going to start off with the Tag Team Championship match with Blake and Murphy versus the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch. Now, the Vaudevillains failing at the Tag Team Championship match on an episode of NXT thanks to a distraction from Alexa Bliss, who basically is not on the card with Blake and Murphy, so I think she's going to be banned from ringside, which is going to make a lot of things better for the Vaudevillains. Kind of like what the Vaudevillains are doing in the ring now. You know, they got their NXT Tag Team Championship, number one contender spot, I want to say, but I do kind of want to say that Alexa Bliss is probably going to do a distraction again or something like that. I have no clue. Probably something to do with costing Blake and Murphy the titles or something, and then afterwards they're going to do like a rematch on an episode of NXT. I kind of want to say the Vaudevillains to win on this one. I kind of like what they're doing in the ring now. Before, I just really didn't really care. Blake and Murphy, sure, they're good performers, but I'm kind of tired of them being tag team champions ever since winning them from the Lucha Dragons, which were the former champions. So I'm just going to pick the Vaudevillains for the win and being the new tag team champions. Do want to say that the Vaudevillains holding the titles for a little while until they drop it from the next NXT pay-per-view. That's what I think, but I'll let you guys decide on that. Next we have the NXT Women's Championship with Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Now this is a hard one for me because I like both performers. Sasha Banks obviously getting pulled up from Raw because she's now in Team Bad with Naomi and Tamina, and then Bayley's been sitting there in NXT for quite a long time than the others. You know, we had Sasha Banks, Charlotte and Becky Lynch getting pulled up from Raw and SmackDown, and then there's just Bayley just still in NXT. You know, she did return last month, and you know, she defeated Emma, and then she wanted an NXT championship match, but she wanted a match with Charlotte just to prove herself, which she won. And then the week after there was a number one contenders match where she faced Becky Lynch and then she beat her in that. And then we have a NXT championship match with Bayley going up against Sasha Banks. Again, really hard to say, because I do actually want to say that Sasha Banks is probably going to hold the title for a little bit longer. As things go, really, because I know that Sasha Banks being pulled up from Raw and SmackDown now. I think this is going to go the same way as the whole thing with Kevin Owens went down, because you know, Kevin Owens been working on both shows, both NXT, Raw and SmackDown, and I do actually want to say that Bayley's probably going to win this one, but I don't know. But I'm kind of saying that I want Sasha Banks to win anyway, so Bayley's going to fail at winning the title again, because you know, she's had many opportunities, she's tried and she's failed, and you know, just kept on trying. But I'm kind of want to say Sasha Banks for winning. I wouldn't mind seeing Bayley winning, that will be a shocker, and you know, probably we'll see something with Bayley becoming the women's champion and see what goes on from there. Probably they'll have a rematch on an episode of NXT, you know, Bayley taking on Sasha Banks again in a rematch. That will be quite cool to see, but for the most part I'm just kind of saying Sasha Banks. So yeah, the next match we have here, we've got the debut of Apollo Crews, aka UR Nation. Now I haven't really seen any of these matches from like his indies, But I think he was in Indies. I don't know. I don't really know too much about UR Nation, but this will be something different to see. We've got Apollo Crews under the new name. He'll be in his debut match going up against Ty Dillinger. Can't pronounce it. I can't speak today. As any other debut goes, obviously Apollo Crews is going to pick up the win in probably a short match, really. So, yeah, there's not much to say about that. Next up, we have Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe. It's a no-brainer. Samoa Joe in his first pay-per-view, he did interrupt Kevin Owens on the last pay-per-view when there was a rematch with Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the NXT title, and then Samoa Joe came out to stop the brutal attack that Kevin Owens was putting on Sami Zayn, and just went on from there. And Baron Corbin saying, "Oh, he's the most dominant superstar there is on NXT," and then Samoa Joe kind of came out saying, "Oh, do you want to prove that?" In which gave Baron Corbin the sleeper hold, and he was just basically out. This will probably be an exciting match to see, because Samoa Joe, I have seen a few things that he's done in the ring, and see what goes on from there. I'm picking Samoa Joe for this one just because most of these predictions that I picked are just no solid reason. That's what I think will actually happen at the event, so I'm just picking Samoa Joe just because. Okay, 2 last matches now. We've got Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. This was a surprise to see, because I had no idea that they were actually going to pick a superstar from the WCW days, and this is just exciting to see. Jushin Thunder Liger, former WCW Cruiserweight Champion, I believe, and he's now working in New Japan, so this will be exciting to see. Tyler Breeze, obviously, with like a short interview saying, "Oh, he will humiliate Jushin Liger at the event." Obviously, we saw that thing on NXT where he just put the mask over. Crap, I can't think of his name, but kind of. Oh, this is what I'm going to do to Jushin Thunder Liger this Saturday at NXT Brooklyn. Gave him the beauty shot. But yeah, this will probably be an exciting match as well. So I haven't really seen a lot of Jushin Liger's performance back in WCW or New Japan, but I can tell this will be an exciting match. So I'm picking Jushin Liger for this one. Jushin Liger is probably going to humiliate Prince Pretty than Tyler Breeze humiliating one of the best WCW superstars of all time, and Jushin Liger being a legend and all. That's just wow. And the final match, it's a ladder match for the NXT Championships. And since when have we had a ladder match in NXT? That was back on NXT Revival with Bo Dallas and Neville for the NXT title, in which Neville defeated Bo Dallas to become the new champion. And now this is for the second time, and we got Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens losing the title to Finn Balor at the Japan show, which was last month. Kind of want to say Finn Balor's going to hold on to the title a lot longer than it is. No point for Kevin Owens getting the title back as it is, because he's getting pulled up from Raw and SmackDown. He's currently in a feud with Cesaro. He's been in a feud with John Cena for like the 3 consecutive times, because we saw him in a feud with Cena at Elimination Chamber, and then after that it was Money in the Bank, and then we had Battleground for the United States title, in which Cena won to retain the title. So yeah, and now Kevin Owens basically saying he wants a rematch against Finn Balor to get the NXT title back. Now, when it all comes down to this, I kind of want to say Finn Balor, because We all know that he's going to hold the title for a lot longer than it is. I don't really see Kevin Owens getting the title back anytime soon. You know, losing it a month ago, and then just saying, "Oh, what was it?" I think William Regal stated that it was a ladder match. I think. Yep. Yep, it was. Okay. So I'm just kind of reading it here. I think, yeah. Oh, so it was like, okay, so after the Japan show, it was announced that Owens will get the rematch. Okay, so Finn Balor vs Kevin Owens. Sorry about that, guys. Because I couldn't really think of William Regal actually announced it. I didn't know, but I have no intentions for Kevin Owens to win back the title anytime soon. Even though I do enjoy his performance in the ring, both performances are really great. You know, Kevin Owens back from Ring of Honor, Finn Balor back from New Japan. I am going to say Finn Balor's going to retain the title for this one. So, yeah. That is about it. That's the match rundown. Those are my predictions. Feel free to put down your predictions in the comment section below. Can't wait for this event. Hope you guys can't wait as well. You know, the biggest NXT pay-per-view there is. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy NXT Takeover Brooklyn. I know I will. And I'll see you for my SummerSlam 2015 predictions. See ya.